Hello, it's me, it's GhostCritic, and this is another video that was suggested on my 500 plus subscriber contest kind of thing. This one was going to be, I think, was the most difficult to try and think of how to do. But given the other suggestions that I have for videos that I've got to make, this had to happen anyway. I've got to bring out all my boxes to root through and find examples, because we've got a few top 10s going on there, so I needed something to show. So this one is for Sutman TV, who asked for an overview of my collection. So you probably can't see a lot of it because it's behind the boxes on the front, but what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long boxes at the back. We have 3 short boxes at the front and 2 more either side of the front of long boxes. I have one other short box which is full of all my Fantastic Fours. But there was just no room to put it, but you'll see some more of that in other videos, I'm sure. So I just thought I'd quickly, as you can see, there's lots of comics that have been pulled out, and I just thought this was the best way to give a kind of overview. I can't see the camera because the view screen is behind, so hopefully this will show up well, but I'm now going to get up from behind the sofa and come around the front and start just giving you a little bit of a look around. We'll start at the front. I'm a big, I mean, this is kind of showing all the different kind of comic book companies and characters that I've collected over the history of my collecting addiction. So I love Daredevil, and I started collecting it when it restarted with the Marvel Knights. Some on the 25-cent issue, and then just collected it from there, and then collected all the issues from then on. One character which I don't actually have a lot of but would love to have is the Doctor Strange character. Obviously me and my love of all things kind of magic and occult, so there's that. I love teen books, I do, and when they're kind of like, you could call this an Elseworld book, but Exiles, a great series when this first started. I haven't got all of them because I had to stop buying comics entirely, so that was kind of a set that I wanna finish off. Shiny Generation X cover there, so I like the shiny covers. Of course, we have Free Comic Book Day every year, so I try and get down there as often as possible and pick up some free comic books, and that was the Free Comic Book Day for Blackest Night because the event was just about to start. Teen books again, this time from Wildstorm, Gen 13, Chris Claremont, doing his kind of we've got mutant powers, we're kids, we're trying to sort it out and live our lives at the same time kind of deal. What have we got here? My favourite Fables, Vertigo. Yes, love that. You'll see a lot of those covers coming very soon in one of my videos, but favourite Vertigo series there. Dark Horse, it was Scott Coston Bromstar that kind of got me into Grendel, and thankfully I enjoyed it a lot, and I've been trying to find as much Grendel as I can as possible. This is a strange one. I mean, sorry, I just moved that around. This is Marvel Knights. It isn't the greatest series in the world, let's get this straight. But there was just something about it. I don't know. It was like going to the cinema when you were a kid on those Saturday mornings. It was just full of action. It was characters that you recognised, and it was just fun. There was nothing deep about it. Man-Thing. everyone should have some of these in their collection. Now, as much as dismissive as I am of the Avengers and their proliferation in the Marvel Universe at the moment, I did collect quite a lot of Avengers after the disassembled run. So there's the Mighty Avengers. I had the New Avengers. I had Avengers the Initiative. Oh, I did collect a lot of the titles. I was so happy to see this get relaunched. It didn't last very long, but still, Brave and the Bold. That was quite a fun title to get hold of. Another one from Dark Horse, we've got Buffy. That's a variant cover. I don't collect many variant covers, only when the regular shelf copy isn't available and they're not going to get any more in. So there's Buffy. Event books, kind of gone off them now, but you always have to have, well, we all seem to tend to gravitate towards them eventually. Brightest Day wasn't the best example of an event book. It took a long time to get going, then dipped down again in quality and then kind of redeemed itself at the end. Right, let's go into the back now. It's not just kind of modern stuff, we've got some Bronze Age in here. We've got a bit of the House of Mystery. We've got quite a few of those now, but they're fun to read. Bit of Incredible Hulk. I was never a huge fan, but this was in a bit of a well, a huge comic haul that I managed to get, and so but it was a good read. Again with the event books, we got Identity Crisis, a variant cover. I think this might be just a second or third printing. Of course, there's got to be X-Men titles in your collection. That's Uncanny X-Men. We've got 300, which is a bit of a shiny cover. So, got hundreds of those. You will see them coming up in a long box history video eventually. Some early Image. Image is huge at the moment. Everyone's loving everything Image puts out, but this was a great fantasy title, kind of elves and orcs and vampires and dragons and magicians and mages. It was just an awesome series. When this finished, they put out a few mini-series, but didn't quite capture the original magic. Some independent ones. Oni, Jim Mahfood's Stupid Comics. Just fun comic book strips. Just having a laugh. Some horror from IDW, Silent Hill. These kind of premiere edition, thicker than normal comic books and obviously a little bit more pricey. Yeah, I've said this a lot of times. I've never been a Superman or any of the Superman family kind of deal, but Superboy, when they relaunched it just before the 52, was a great series. Jeff Lemire making his name on like a superhero title. And the Superman series that even if you're not a fan, you really should have is Grant Morrison's All-Star. That was just a great 12-issue maxi series. Again, another character I didn't really get into, but Thor, I've got quite a few back issues of that, and it's fun, kind of Norse gods fighting against Celestials, space, on Earth, everything you could ever want. More Vertigo titles, you'll have seen that in a recent long box history video. That's Trigger. Unfortunately finished far too early. Another awesome Vertigo title which everyone should be picking up. It's The Unwritten. Doesn't get half as much praise as it should do. Oh, let's go over here. Another X-Men title, and that's issue 100. Great deal there. I love my number ones, and I'm always happy when a character that I've not normally picked up but suddenly comes out. We've got Zatanna there. Paul Dini's run on that. Excuse me while I cross the camera and go to the other side of the room. This started off so well. Astonishing X-Men, Joss Whedon I gave up on this quite a while ago now. It just gradually got worse and worse, especially after Joss Whedon had left. This is where I started picking up Amazing Spider-Man again with the it's issue 654.1. I wanted to get back into Amazing Spider-Man, and that seemed to be the best thing to do. So unfortunately that's kind of not brilliant at the moment, but hey ho. From Image, going back a bit now, it's PvP, player versus player. This is kind of a sideways comic. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of a newspaper strip type comic book, but was very fun. Ladies, Birds of Prey, Gail Simone. Again, the title that was relaunched just before the 52. For the most part, that was quite a good series. Getting towards the end now with a couple of Batman titles. Especially since I love Batman so much, I never really collected him, but the War Games crossover event that went through all its books, I decided to pick all them up at the time, but that's about as far as I got. And as much as people don't like this, All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder by Frank Miller and Jim Lee, I thought it was really good. Just treat it like an Elseworlds tale, not really in continuity. It's Frank Miller's kind of Sin City version of Batman and Robin. I think that's what annoyed people a lot, really. Batman isn't really like that, but he was here. So really that's kind of like an overview of the kind of things I like. I hope that was okay for you, Sutman TV. I just really didn't know how else to do this, but now I've got to go through all these boxes and find some examples for future comic books. So with that, I'll say goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it's what you were looking for. Goodbye.